Over the past few months, Rhino Ark has been expanding its conservation portfolio. Today we are investing tremendously in the southern part of the Mao Forest Complex. We are looking at changing the fate of that ecosystems from an ecosystem that was heavily affected by forced evictions, forest excisions, illegal settlement, to an ecosystem where community-based tourist center conservations can thrive. When we speak about the Rhino Charge, we are 37 years down the road, and the event is even stronger than what it was when the event started. I think it's quite an amazing story, isn't it? And it really shows that this event is really responding to a need here in Kenya. People who are looking at motorsport, people who are looking at being in the wild, people who are looking at supporting conservation, people who have actually a love for this nation. And this event actually combines all those elements together, and that is why we have an increasingly amount of supporter coming towards the Rhino Charge, not only in terms of competitor, but also in terms of sponsor.
This year we're seeing that we've got a number of new teams. I'm going to say 7 or 8 new teams. And what's fantastic there is that it adds to the event because now the old guard gets pushed a bit. So it's really nice to see, and really we love that. We've got a new film team. Of course, in the last few years, we've had more and more drones involved in the event, both from a safety and a filming point of view. And what you see from that is you see some very new angles to the event. You see things you wouldn't have otherwise seen. We've also got, I believe, a new narrator for the Rhino Charge film. And all of that is just, it's adding to the event in ways that we love. Previously, if you were a competitor, what would have happened is you would have seen in the early morning of the prize giving, you would have seen some results come up, but not all the results. And from that, you would either know that you're one of the many or one of very few, because the top few wouldn't have been announced. Now the process is slightly different. So what will happen is people will get a message probably around midnight, and the message will say, here's your distance, here's how many controls you did, and please bring your car to the prize giving, which is always a big thing. And so people will, the process has changed slightly, and what it means is that we can be more accurate with what we're giving, but also we won't see any results up before prize giving.
We have a modified Land Rover. It's still in the progress of being made. Hopefully it'll be ready in time. We planned on doing a half charge, but my dad made us a modified car. So now we'll be doing the full charge, all 13 checkpoints. It's empowering to take on such a challenge and to show other women and other young women that it's possible. And we can get our hands dirty, change a tire, get in the mud, and take on that challenge.
Currently, we're entering a new team. It's called the Steel Warriors. We've been allocated Team 41. The team is completely sponsored by Steel, which is a manufacturer and supplier of agricultural equipment and chainsaws. Having won Rhino Charge last year, I think it was time for me to step aside because I was a bit misé. And I spoke to our sponsor to say, please continuing with Team Husey. And he said, no, I want to set up a team. Can you be a part of that? And from that, we set up a new team, which is Team 41, and we're called the Steel Warriors. So the journey has been over a period, this will be my 24th charge. So it's been 23 years active, my 24th year participating.
We've been attending the Rhino Charge for the last 15 years. I think the only one we missed was during the COVID period. And why do I do this every year? It's a mixture of fun. I love cars. I love nature. I love the fact that I get to see beautiful parts of this country that would not normally be accessible. And very importantly, an opportunity to give back to communities and to protect our environment, our climate, water towers, and all of that. So in the conservation space, what it means is that my kids and their kids have an opportunity to see the beautiful country that we have, and we're able to really be sustainable in all that we do.
One of the great things about the Rhino Charge is that we keep things a little bit secret, and what that means is no one really knows where they're going. No one knows everything about where they're going to be, and that's part of the fun of the event. It's an adventure. We all love it, and we love the fact that it's a bit of a mystery where we'll all be.
Rhino Charge is is the event that supports Rhino Ark, providing the required resources in terms of fundraising and ensuring that conservation work that we do continues to progress in earnest.
I think one of the things I'd love to see over time is that the Rhino Charge is an event which has supporters locally, but I'd love to see the impact on more followers internationally, and I think there's ways to accomplish that. Maybe not right now, but I think we're on a pathway where you might even see a thing in future where you have kind of virtual cars competing with real cars on the course in real time, and something like that would be fun.